Good morning, my friends, and welcome to a daily dose of inspiration. There's a little story about a grandmother that takes her granddaughter out to the beach, and tragically, very sadly, her granddaughter who's in the water gets swept out to sea. And this poor grandmother is praying to God. She says, "Please, God, bring me my granddaughter back. Make a miracle that she shouldn't drown and she should come back." And miraculously, her granddaughter is swept up back onto the beach. And this woman looks up at God and says, "But she was wearing a hat." Human nature is, and we are biologically wired in such a way where we tend to focus on the negative and not on the positive. And that is why in Judaism, such an emphasis is made that we have to really make an effort, a conscious effort, to focus on the positive and to be grateful for the good things in life. In fact, the very first word in a Jewish person's day is supposed to be modeh, modeh ani. Modeh means thank you. This is how we begin our day, with gratitude, with being thankful. It's something we need to focus on every day. In today's Torah reading, we read about the sacrifices, specifically today about the Thanksgiving offering, an offering that was brought to say thank you to God. Interestingly, it's referred to as the shlamim, comes from the word shalom, which means peace. Because when a person lives a life of gratitude, when they're thankful, they achieve a sense of inner peace. And I believe that even in the midst of this crisis, this pandemic we're in the midst of, it's important to find the bright spots. It's important to focus on the good things in our lives and to be thankful for all the good and the blessings that we have. This is true as individual, but it's also true for society as a whole. As we go through this pandemic and we find this to be so unusual, so different, we have to remember that only 100 years ago and 200 years ago, unfortunately, there were so many diseases that mankind did not have cures for. There was so much warfare, there was so much crime, there was so much violence, there was such a brutal world to live in that, in a certain sense, this pandemic is a reminder of how good our world usually is in many ways, and that we have to be thankful. Yes, there are problems, but we should focus on the positive. And this pandemic can remind us how wonderful the world we live in today is. Thank you, and have a wonderful day.